Hey, what's up guys? Jesus here. Thank you for joining me for today's top 5 whatever. Today, continuing with the Pokemon trend I've been setting for the past few videos, we're going to keep it going with my top 5 Pokemon that make me want to play Pokemon X and Y. And we're going to follow it up with my top 5 Pokemon that make me not want to play Pokemon X and Y. Should be fun. So join me. First Pokemon that makes me want to play Pokemon X and Y would be Braixen, or Braixen. These were all illustrated myself. I drew these and illustrated them, which is why they are colored and shaded so well. But yeah, Braixen is like a fucking psychic fire fox. And the reason I picked the second stage and not its final stage is the final stage looks kind of weird. I don't know. I like the way the second stage looks as opposed to the final stage. The final stage reminds me of fucking Madam Mim. It's like a fucking frumpy hag fox with a wand or whatever. Moving on to my number 2 Pokemon that makes me look forward to playing X and Y would be fucking Greninja. The water starter, it's fucking dark water type, and it's a fucking ninja frog. And it's like, the description for it like compresses water into shurikens and I can't wait to fucking, that, I usually pick fire as my starter, but I'm compelled to choose differently if I do play X and Y. So moving on to my third Pokemon that makes me look forward to this game. Talonflame. Fucking Talonflame, a Firebird. Finally, a Firebird that isn't a legendary. I mean, that's awesome that you could just, you usually want to have a flying type in your party while you go through and get your badges and shit. So it's cool as fuck that the flying type is a fire type as well. You finally get a Firebird as a normal catchable Pokemon that isn't legendary. I think that's cool as hell. Moving on to number 4. Pokemon number 4 that I look forward to is Pyroar, the evolved stage of, fuck. I forget its name. I forget the first stage's name, but Pyroar is a second stage Pokemon, and its evolved form looks different depending on its gender, which you can see, which I think is pretty cool, because that's how lions work. In the wild, the lionesses look different than the lions do. So that's pretty fucking sweet. Plus they're fire lions. That's fucking awesome. And moving on to my number 5 Pokemon that I look forward to seeing in Pokemon X and Y. Fucking Tyrantrum. It's a fucking T-Rex. And it's like from what I gather, that's one of the fossil types. So that's definitely the fossil that I'll be picking when I play X and Y. Give me just a sec, we're going to move right on to, we're going to move from there. Those are my top 5 Pokemon that I am looking forward to getting in Pokemon X and Y. And we're going to follow that up with the 5 Pokemon that make me want to just give up on Pokemon forever. Alright, so first, in my top 5 Pokemon that make me want to just give up on Pokemon entirely, we have Slurmpuff, which is the second stage Pokemon. I don't give enough of a fuck to know what the first stage is, but seriously, a fucking cupcake Pokemon. I mean, the vanilla evolutions, the ice cream Pokemon were bad enough, and the trash bags, and the fucking gears. I mean, Black and White had some fucking lame Pokemon, yeah, but a fucking cupcake? Oh, sorry, give me just a second. Whoa! I lost it there. There we go. We're gonna definitely keep that in, because why not? Because I can't edit it out, that's why it's staying in. Moving on. From fucking Slurmpuff, we have, in my opinion, the dumbest fucking Pokemon in the Pokedex to date. Fucking Klefki. I hated drawing this thing so much. Like, my hatred for this Pokemon grew every second that I had to draw it. but I felt like drawing visual aids for this vlog, so there's the fucking drawing. But seriously, a fucking keychain? Like, a ring of keys with a face that it's apparently alive. Come on. The chandeliers were one thing, but a key ring? Come on, Nintendo. Klefki is just so fucking lame. It makes me just not even want to play the game. And then we've got Goodra, the number 3 Pokemon on the list. I mean, yes, it's a dragon. I have a soft spot for dragons. I'm fucking Chinese Zodiac, you're the dragon, but a goo dragon? I could think of like fucking 5 different elements that would be better for a dragon than goo. Like, fucking ice. I'm sure I know Kyurem is an ice dragon, but still, that's a legendary. A non-legendary ice dragon would be cool. Fucking sand, rock. I know Tyrantrum is a rock dragon, or no, he's ground. So yeah, rock, fucking dark. I know Hydreigon's a dark dragon, but still, there are so many other themes you could go with besides goo. Why goo for a dragon? No, it makes me not even want to. I love dragons, but I don't want this gooey dragon. Just no. Moving on to number 4, the 4th Pokemon that makes me not want to play X and Y. We have Furfrou. And Furfrou, while I was drawing it, admittedly, it is pretty badass looking in its normal form. But the thing that just makes me want to give up is that you can fucking trim it and fucking give it like a pretty haircut and make it look all these different ways. It is just the dumbest thing ever. It's like, oh yes, it's like you're gonna take it into a dog show or some shit. And it's like, that does not belong in Pokemon. Pokemon is about battling these fucking super powerful animals that you capture, not grooming them and competing them in fucking dog shows. So that's why Furfrou's on the list. I mean, its original form and a couple of the forms it has do look kind of cool. I'll give it that, but the whole concept is just dumb. Moving on to my number 5 Pokemon that makes me just want to give up. We have Sylveon. Not for the reasons you'd think. I mean, drawing this and then seeing it once Anne finished coloring it gave me a newfound appreciation for the Pokemon. Sylveon is pretty fucking cool looking, and I am really proud of this drawing. It is fucking awesome. But there's 9 other elements that they still have to deal with. I mean, they couldn't have done 2 of the 9 elements that they have to deal with still before giving Eevee an evolution just because they introduced a new type to X and Y. They've got like half a dozen Pokemon that are specifically fairy types, and they changed a few of the Pokemon from previous generations into straight-up fairy types. So, why do you immediately need an evolution for the fairy type when you still got fucking 9 other types? I could think of evolutions for these 9 other types that it deserves before they give the fucking fairy type an evolution. That, however, is probably best suited as the subject for another vlog. I'm going to go ahead and end this one here. Be sure to tune in for the next vlog where I show you guys my concept drawings for the 9 elemental types that they didn't give Eevee an evolution for, and what I think that they would look like, and you guys can go from there. Till that goes up, be sure to like, favorite the video if you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought down in the comments section. Sorry, I'm like trying to enjoy this sucker while I finish the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, thanks for watching.